And so a little bit about myself. My name's Anushka. I'm a junior. I'm part of the WA Ghostwriter. I'm co-editor-in-chief with Srinidhi Raj, and I'm very excited to hear all of you speak today. So we can get started with Niharika, and we'll just go around and everyone just make sure I pronounce your name right.
Hi everyone, my name is Niharika Chabala. You can call me Nihi for short. As you know, I'm running for student council representative. My favorite season would be winter, but yeah.
Hi everyone.
I'm sorry. Could we also do pronouns, please?
Sure, so my pronouns are she, her, hers.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Prajna Sajjan. I also go by Praj. And well, everyone's running for the same thing, so STUCO rep. And my favorite season would be fall, just because, you know, it's cold and not warm either. My pronouns are she, her, hers.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and like everyone else, I'm running for representative. My favorite season would probably have to be summer because I really like going to the beach. And my pronouns are she, her, and hers.
My name is Shivan Patel. I think it goes without saying that I'm running for a rep right now. And my favorite season is summer, mostly because there's no school and that's when my birthday is. So it's a bit subjective. And I go by he, him, his.
Hi, I'm McKenna, and I'm running for representative. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and my favorite season has to be probably fall.
Hi, my name's Meghna. I'm obviously running for student rep, and I think my favorite season definitely has to be summer. And my pronouns are she, her, hers.
Hi, I'm Amelia Arinovic. I go by she, her, hers pronouns, and my favorite season probably has to be winter because of my birthday.
I'm running because I have a great passion for STUCO. I was a student council representative last year and it was so much fun. We organized things like the Spirit Rally, Spirit Week, Holiday Bazaar, and I greatly enjoyed doing those things. And I also love to voice mine and other people's opinions and to share their thoughts and feelings.
Thank you so much. And then also, if you guys do go over a minute, I'll put up my thumb just so you're aware of it. But we can go on to, yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. Did the question include like goals? Like I didn't like. Oh, it did.
Go ahead.
So some of my goals are to increase the connection between the student body and the student council. So because this year everything is virtual, I would like to create a virtual suggestion box where people can just put in their suggestions online. And we could also create like an FAQ, frequently asked questions.
Okay, cool. Next we can go on to Prajna.
Hi everyone, my name is Prajna. So I want to kind of make this casual because I do speech and debate. So like, sorry if I get a little too speechy. But so I'm running for student council because I kind of have like a passion for the school and I really just want to make a positive difference. Last year, I actually ran for class officer, but sadly I didn't get elected. And you can see my determination through, I actually went to the meetings, even though I wasn't a class officer. I still went to the meetings, helped out. So I'm not really doing this for the popularity. I'm doing it because I want to make our school a better place. So a couple of things we did last year that I thought were so cool was something called a midterm care package. And I thought that was really cool because it helped kind of connect the student government to all the students, which, as Nihi said, I want to kind of do that with STUCO as well. Not through the same way, obviously, but maybe through like a virtual forum or once school starts up like fully again, through like maybe once a month meetings where just people can come in and they can voice any issues or ideas that they have. just so that way they can build like a connection with STUCO. I know that last year I had a ton of ideas and I was kind of sad that I didn't get to go through with them. So if there was something like this, even if you aren't part of STUCO, you can still voice your ideas and have your opinions heard. So I think that would be really cool. One of my goals are going to be to connect people who are remote as well as people who are hybrid, because I personally am a remote learner because some people in my family are at risk. So because of that, I can't go to school and I can't see my friends normally. And it kind of has created a divide between people who are learning remote and people who are learning at school, as well as just like kind of the community in general. So for our grade at least, I'd like to create, I got this idea from a friend, so it's not entirely mine, but I think it'd be great if we could create like online game nights where people who are remote and people who go to school can still like connect together and do something fun. And so I think that would just be like a really cool way. So I don't want to go over.
Now we can go on to Caitlin.
Hi, so I'm running for representative because I really want to be engaged with my class and be more involved, like on like a beyond level than just being part of like the student body. I want to be able to hear other people like opinions on what they want to see for like this year, especially because it is different for everyone, and like how other people want to keep like being engaged with school, even though like it is different. I still want to be able to find like ways to be involved. Also, I want, like, this is new for me because I've only really done sports and I want to try something new. And I think that it'd be really nice to be like more involved with the school.
Thank you. Now we can go on to Shivam.
Okay. So the reason I am running for rep is that last year I wasn't particularly interested in running for STUCO, but then I went to the holiday bazaar and I saw that the student government had these like midterm care packages and they're making a lot of profit off of them. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I want to do the same thing. But I didn't really have the opportunity that year, so I decided to run this year. Some of my ambitions that I have for this year is that I want to open a sort of forum for WA students to discuss with STUCO. Like on the STUCO website, there is a place for contacts, but not everyone can see it. So my idea is like, I want everyone to see the discussion so they can join in and contribute their own ideas. I also want to boost the morale of the school, especially in hard times such as these. So I was thinking maybe hosting a virtual movie night or even a virtual math and science night for the elementary schoolers. Thank you.
Right on time. So now we can go to McKenna. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Hi, I'm McKenna, and I'm interested in running because in the past I've mainly been in theater. That's like my thing that I do, and I always felt like I was in a little bubble. So when I was looking for things to do and I saw how involved student council is with the student body and fundraising, things like that, I really drew to that. And I'm really passionate about fundraising. So when I was reading that helping others is a really big part of student council, I really wanted to join because of that. I do believe that communication is really big this year, and that my goals are definitely like making sure that the student body is communicating with faculty and the student council is communicating with the student body and faculty and everybody and everything like that, whether that be by like something on the website, like surveys, polls, things like that, to make sure everybody's staying connected because it is a really hard time. So yeah.
Thank you. Now we can go to Meghna.
Okay, hi, I'm Meghna. Why I'm running? Selfishly, I'm doing it for like the community aspect. It seems like such a fun place to be. But the real reason definitely has to be is the fact that like it's giving you an opportunity to kind of be the voice of the students. And that's definitely very interesting to me, because there's definitely stuff I think during the days, during the school years, but I'm just like, it's too much work to ever try and get the system to change it, or the school system to change it. So that's definitely going to be like my goals, and like what I want changed, and what I like my goals would be is to definitely continue to try and give the students more of a voice. I know STUCO has been doing a lot about that, but just kind of make it even more interactive, keep trying to get the students to talk, because the more they talk, the more comfortable they are. And another thing specifically, like goal-wise, is our past president had mentioned a big thing for him was mental health. And so just kind of normalizing having teachers talk to students and being like a 5-minute talk at the beginning of each class, and just being like, how have things been going. That's kind of, I want to emphasize mental health a lot as a goal of mine if I were to be part of student rep.
Thank you so much. Okay, and now we'll have Amelia. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah. I'm mainly running because I do want to see a positive difference in a school, and I want to like grow a community as a grade. I want to be a voice for other students who may not have the confidence to run, or the confidence to like share their thoughts or opinions. And some of my goals are like that helps stop like the normalization of bullying. And like Magna, I also do want to help with mental health because I have anxiety and PTSD, and I feel like our school doesn't really do a lot about mental health. So I want to like also do that.
Thank you. So if that's all everyone has to say about this topic, we can move on to the next one. And I'll give you guys
So connecting the student body is really important during these times where mostly everything is virtual. But I would say definitely creating virtual meetings is one thing. In the past, we've done like spirit weeks to help connect the student body. So we could do something like that where it's virtual and we can include fun, competitive events and games. I know last year I know like last year we did like in the spring we did like this Instagram competitive event where people would dress up and they would like post their pictures of them dressing up. So I would want to elaborate and kind of build off of that and base it off of like Spirit Rally and Spirit Week.
Thank you. Now we can go on to Prajna.
So like I said before, I'm a remote student. So personally, I know how hard it is to actually like be able to connect with your peers and be able to connect with your teachers. It kind of just feels like, oh, you're just sitting in your room by yourself. So if elected as student rep, I'd like to change that and make it so that people could actually like connect with others. I said earlier, like a forum would be pretty cool, whether it be online this year or in actual live meetings next year. And it could just be a place where people could voice their issues and their ideas, and just so that like people can make a change and they could feel as though they're like being heard. Also, I think another really cool thing we could do would be online game nights, which I'm not sure about the logistics of that yet, but like through Zoom or some other platform, you can kind of gather everyone one night and make it like a whole class-wide thing where we all connect together, compete for like fun prizes and things like that. I also think another cool thing would be is basing off like mental health is maybe these optional meetings people could go to where just you get to sit with a couple of people, talk about how your day has been and just kind of how you're doing. I'd also like to reach out to like faculty to just have them like see how students are doing as well. So we have like that connection as well. Yeah.
Caitlin.
Hi. So, some ways that I could plan on bringing like the student body together is like other people have talked about this, but also holding those virtual meetings, not necessarily with teachers, but just with the student body themselves. Because sometimes we just want to have like talk with each other. It doesn't have to be about school or anything. But I also think that Spirit Week would be a really good idea because the remote learners could do that as well, because you can send in the pictures through Instagram and such, or like other like social media platforms. And we could also do like a suggestion box if like anyone remote or not has any ideas for like how we can come together, or just any like plans or creative ideas that they have, because I
Thank you. Next we'll have Shivam.
So, in terms of how I plan on bringing the grade together, like I said before, boosting the morale of the grade via events such as a virtual movie night or a math and science night in which students can volunteer would help to bring the remote and RLA students together. Also, as an RLA student, I noticed that the hybrid kids definitely pick up some things that the remote kids don't. So I was thinking in there's like a downtime between 11 and 12. So in that downtime, I was thinking maybe the hybrid students could help hold some extra help sessions and they could talk about other things as well. Communication is also a big part of bringing in the grade together. So as Prajna said, a forum would be ideal, but I can also help put together a class Discord, which could be ambitious, but the payoffs of that would be huge.
Thank you, Shivam. Is that all you have?
Yep.
You're good? Okay. I was just wondering. And then we can go on to McKenna.
So I really believe I'm hybrid, so I obviously have a little more person-to-person connection with people, but during the remote weeks, I really feel disconnected from my classes and the other students. So I feel like game nights, movies, other activities online is so important, and who knows how long this hybrid is going to be kept up to. So virtually is really what we're going to be seeing in the future. And just really connecting people, getting them talking, a little less tense like you were having a discussion in a breakout room like during class. And I also believe that donations and fundraising should be a little bit more accessible this year, especially since everybody's going through such a hard time, and not just the WA community but others as well. So last year I'd always hear like, oh, donate to this, and then I didn't really hear much about what happened after, and sometimes I didn't always participate. But I feel like this year we should really get people involved, and this will bring more people to student council and seeing what we do as well. So really getting people talking about fundraising and helping others too is another way to bring us all together.
Thank you so much. And now Magna.
Okay, so kind of like what McKenna said, like definitely when the remote weeks come, it's a tough time, like you kind of disconnect. So I can only imagine what RLA students go through. So again, communication, super important. And I think we, like when there's a bigger cause coming together, kind of definitely helps boost morale when you're all working towards a cause. And another thing that was kind of in line with one of the goals I had talked about earlier was the whole idea of like teachers just taking that time to have that discussion with students and RLA students that are there, because it's so important to kind of just connect. Like I know so many students, like I've seen students kind of be weirded out when teachers are overly compassionate, because we're not used to it. And like when they are, nobody has answers for them because we're not used to being asked those questions about how are you, how have your weeks been, how has your days been. But the more we kind of do that, the more we kind of create that environment where you can just feel free to kind of talk. I think the more communication will happen in general. So I think just creating that comfortable space is so incredibly important, and which is why that's a really important goal of mine to have, to just create that space to be comfortable.
Thank you. And then right before we go to Amelia, I just want to say that we have 8 minutes left before the Zoom call gets over. And I do want to ask you one last question before we're over for today. So I created another meeting that we can go to after Amelia says her answer to this question, and I can post the meeting ID and password for that meeting in the chat. And then that meeting will only be like 10 minutes long. But Amelia, take it away.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking like to create like a bond with the rest of the students and all of that. You could plan events such as like spirit days, or like anything that's COVID safe, basically. And we could also like have a student support base, because in my opinion, at least, no one really wants to talk to their teacher about what's going on in like their personal life and all of that. You don't really have a connection with your teacher outside of class. And we could also have like a community question answer thing every other week, where not only like the STUCO could like answer questions, but other students too if they have advice. And we could also have like shout outs for like art or plays that people are holding or like doing, so other people could see what's going on in the community.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Megna. I'm running for student council rep, and personally, I want to talk about why I think I exhibit the good qualities that a leader should have. First of all, I'm a good listener, and I think taking a step back and listening to what the student has to say is so important. Second of all, I'm hardworking. I'm just going to reiterate that I would rather stay up till 2 and like working my butt off on something, but it be a finished project that I'm proud about, instead of go to sleep early and have it be like mediocre. I'm willing to put in the work. Third of all, like I said, I kind of dabble in all areas of the school. So I have a better understanding of what the needs are of each individual kind of group, like sports, music, like classes wise as well. So I think I just kind of understand the needs in general of a lot of areas in the school, not just like a couple. And lastly is I have the interest of the student in mind. Specifically, I think I'm like a good candidate because I have an interest in psychology and marketing, and I've done a lot of courses in them. So I have a certain interest in looking at what catches the eye of people and why are people interested. So I think I'd be a good addition to STUCO because I could use those skills to kind of grab the attention of the student body more and more through my ideas.
Thank you. And then if you have to go, I know Magna, you have to leave, so feel free to just leave when you're done.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Caitlin, you can go ahead whenever you're ready.
So I think I'm a good student council representative because I mostly have just been in sports for my whole life, and I really want to expand beyond that. And I think that being in sports will have helped me a lot because I have to balance athletics and academics. And I'm also really hardworking, and I have the leadership skills to be able to be a representative. I also love voicing my opinions, but I also love hearing each other's, like my peers' opinions and like the student body as well. And I love being involved in decision making, which is like what the student council does, is decision making for our like student body. Like overall, I just think that I'd be a good representative because I want to be able to be more involved in the student body.
Thank you, Caitlin. And then you can also leave. I know you have to go, so bye. And then I am really sorry about that, but Niharika, you wanna we can go down the line as we did before.
Hi everyone, my name is Niharika, and I believe I am qualified for being a student council representative. I am and I was a student council representative last year, and I have learned so much from being a representative. I will bring this knowledge with me this year, and I will contribute new ideas. So some of my ideas are, as stated before, increasing the communication between the student body and student council by creating a virtual suggestion box, and also increasing the communication and connection between hybrid and remote students, as again, that is so important today. I also have a lot of skills and leadership skills that will really help me be the best student council representative I can be. I am an A Block band representative, and I'm also part of the Girl Scouts. And being a Girl Scout has also taught me a lot of skills, including communication skills, being optimistic, motivating people, being empathetic, hardworking, and most importantly, being a good listener, to really listen to people, take in what they have to say, and voicing their opinions. I believe I have the ability to voice other people's opinions and their thoughts and feelings, and to be a good contributing team member to the student council. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we can go on to Prajna.
So hey everyone, my name is Prajna, and obviously I'm running for the same position as all of you, as student rep. So I personally think I'd be a good student rep because I have a passion and I really just want to make the school a better place. And I can do this by being a student representative. And some of the qualities I have are, like, as people mentioned before, being a good listener is really important, as you have to listen in order to find out what the student body wants and what ideas and issues they have or what they want to contribute. So it's not really only important to have your own good ideas, you also need to have skills to listen to others and to help bring those ideas forward. So I'm a really good public speaker since I do speech and debate, and I'm also part of a lot of clubs. So because of that, I kind of have like a wide knowledge of like what issues people are facing right now. And because I'm also a remote student, I can see that, well, there's a lot of like trouble with connecting with your teachers, with connecting with your peers, and just like connecting as a grade in total. So I think a good way to like fix that would be to hold like online forums or maybe even in-person forums once school starts up again. And in terms of experience, which I think is important so that you actually know what you're doing, is last year I went to a lot of student government meetings for our grade, and I helped to plan the winter dance as well as plan the midterm care packages, which actually brought in over $1,000. So that was like a huge fundraising thing we did. And I have a lot of good ideas that I would like to contribute if voted as student representative.
Thank you, Prajna, and we can go on to Shivam.
Okay, so I believe I should be rep because unlike a lot of the candidates that are running, and I'm not trying to throw accusations out there at all, I'm not fully concerned about what's going to pop up on my resume. More just I want to provide my services to Westford Academy because I have the loyalty, respect, and dedication needed in order to be an effective student rep. Clubs such as Speech and Debate and DECA also provide me with determination and the will to work hard whenever necessary. I want to break through the barrier between the student reps and the students themselves. I want to reach out and get their opinions on a lot of matters, especially one of the more pressing matters being the mascot issue. Moreover, I have a lot of school spirit that can help the school greatly, and I want to run for the student representative so I can represent the students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shivam. And McKenna?
Hi, I'm McKenna, and I believe I'd be a great student council representative because I believe I'm a very accepting and passionate person. I love to listen to other people's ideas, and I love meeting new people as well. In the past, for the past 5 years, I've worked with people with disabilities at a theater company in Acton, and so I've met so many different people through that, and I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of other foundations, such as I've worked with the Wish Project this summer, organizing fundraisers for them. My family also has a fundraiser and a charitable foundation that we give money out to other foundations all the time. So I believe the fundraising background that I have is really important for student council, and also the listening and knowing a lot of different types of people as well. And I also love voicing my opinion. I'm very vocal about that. And I believe that that's also very important in a representative as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then finally, Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia. I already said this, but I'm running for student council rep, and I think I'd be a pretty good fit because I'm really passionate about everything I do, and I'll always give in 100% effort. But that doesn't stop me from listening to other kids and their opinions because I'm not afraid to admit that I might be wrong on some stuff. I'll try to help implement some activities that other kids that might not know each other can actually like get to know each other for. I'll create a station, like help create a station for like mental health for people who need advice. And I'll just always like be there for people who need me. And I'll give light on important situations that are not only happening in our school, but are also happening outside our school that I feel like kids need to be aware about. And that's mainly all. I just feel like if someone wants a rep who's going to give like them a voice and is going to give light on important situations, then vote for me. I don't know.
Thank you so much. And all of you did so great, but I don't want to keep you